Well, it's Friday right now, and a lot of times on Fridays, we like to watch Ghost Adventures, and they tickle me on there. But I find it interesting because I'm just interested in that sort of thing. Maybe because of the way I am, which I tend to see things and hear things that I have witnesses for, but that maybe other people don't. And I would pretty much assume I am just mental, but I do have witnesses for a whole lot. So, having said that, I do enjoy stuff like that to a degree, but I also want to just caution people who might want to go and emulate that and seek out certain things. From where I'm sitting, it seems like maybe there are many worlds, and maybe there are many levels to these worlds, and maybe there are levels where, there are spiritual entities that are maybe lost or stuck, or maybe just passing through, or maybe we can help those. We're just spirits. We're just spirits, but we're in a body. But maybe there are spirits that are, in trouble, and we can help those. Common spirits that are at a lower level, kind of people who are not willing to go on yet. And then maybe there are other spirits that, choose to just be in a certain place, or maybe have to stay in a certain place because they're trying to work things out, or, things I don't understand. I just know that these things exist, and it can be interesting to maybe tap into that to see specifically what they are. The thing is, again, you have to be careful because there are a lot of wayward entities that might take advantage of someone who has an interest in such things. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing that gets me. A lot of times you'll see these things, and you'll have, they'll say, oh, there was a growl. That could actually just be an elemental or lower level spirit. It doesn't have to be evil just because they don't understand it. But they'll say, oh, well, I know it was a demon. I know it was bad. Well, it might be, it might be. But here's the thing that gets me. I don't think that demons have to go around announcing themselves in a growl or something really scary. I think that's more of a mischievous spirit that wants to play games and take your attention away from this world and anything that's good. And they can attach to you. They can cause your body to go into a great depression or a panic. And it can be dangerous and burn up your spirit. But what I'm trying to say is a demon is more likely going to be a lot more subtle. They're probably not going to walk up and say, hello, I'm Mr. Demon. I'm here to scare you. They're more than likely going to come to you in a form of temptation. Or they're going to be seducing and say, oh, it's perfectly safe to do this or that. When you get involved with that kind of energy, again, they tend to be very seductive, and friendly, and everything is just wonderful. And even some psychics, will be using that kind of energy, maybe to lure vulnerable people in, to get their money, or to get control. Okay, here's the thing. A demon actually wants control. That's their purpose. They want to take your sight away from what is good and holy, and they want to have control of this corporal being. But again, your body can't take it. It's going to have a bad end. It's going to have a bad outcome. So again, you have to be careful if you're interested in this stuff that you don't let to take over. One way, that demon entities do take over is you start getting obsessed about things, and then they start influencing the things you would do, and then you can get possessed, and I hate to, go off the deep end with y'all and not freak you out, but you have to allow that to happen. They just, you have to open a door for it. You have to, at some level, give permission. But anyway, I'm just saying that paranormal, or whatever you want to call it, to me, it's part of life. To me, it is a natural part of life. And I think, forever we have been aware of this, and I find it interesting, and I'm sure, the fact that you're even watching this means that you're probably interested too. And honey, I got stories and EVPs and all great stuff I could share with you as well. But again, I'm not really seeking a lot of that stuff out. It seems by me, but I don't really want you to be cavalier about seeking this stuff out. Now, like I said, if this is something you want to do, hey, that's your path. Do what you want to do, but be careful and don't just assume that something's okay just because it tells you it's okay. If you were like riding down the road and somebody wanted to be picked up like a hitchhiker. And they look clean cut and nice and just as friendly as they can be. You might want to just let them ride in your car, and you might have just a nicer ride, and it's just, met a new friend and whatnot. James Moore has done this on occasion, by the way, has picked up and been picked up and gone to strangers' houses and everything else. I'm amazed he's still alive, but that is beside the point. The thing is, you can also do that, and you just picked up Ted Bundy. You don't know. I don't know everything, amazingly enough. But I do know enough to say that, yes, there is something there that is very interesting, intriguing, but you better be careful about what you open a door to, how you seek things out. You need to trust your gut. If you feel afraid, you need to trust that. Even if it doesn't mean harm, it could maybe burn your energy up, okay? And that you could, like I said, maybe open doors to things that seem very trivial and harmless, but maybe they're not trivial and harmless. Maybe they'd like to just take over and push you right out. And I'll tell you a little secret. A lot of these ghost hunters and stuff, the actual ones, they will tell you that things have followed them home. There have been things that have destroyed relationships. Let me tell you something, and do not forget I told you this, that one of the primary things that an evil entity wants to do is destroy not only you and your belief and your happiness and your joy, but the family, which is the basis of society, is the family. And I honestly believe there has been a true intelligence that has been on this world over time trying to destroy, and not in a positive way that we're going to rebuild way, but in a way I just want to destroy, to control, to take you away from anything good, that's happy, that's holy, etc. There are things out there whose sole mission in life, their life, is to thwart what is good. They're seductive. They lie. They tell you things that make you feel wonderful, but it's a way to get in, to thwart anything that in the long run would bring you happiness. Do not underestimate the power of evil, by the way. That's what it wants you to do. It wants you to say while you're listening to this, oh, that's nonsense. It's all love and light and good. If you got a rise in love and light, you're going to have a rise in what is not love and light. Your job is to focus on what is love and light, and not to be seduced by something that would tell you everything is roses when it's secretly trying to destroy your family or destroy your spirit, or to lead you into something that looks and feels so awesome but is actually a heartache waiting to happen. Okay, remember, I want you to be happy, and if being in the paranormal world makes you happy, hey, like I said, I was born there. I didn't want to be, but I'm born there. I get it. But be careful. Use common sense. You got common sense? If it feels wrong, it's probably wrong. But if it feels right, do a double check and make sure that you're not taking in what you think is something, awesome, but in fact is something kind of insidious and can, steal your energy, make you drained, make you argumentative, get you obsessed about something, get you to, thinking in a way that alarms maybe people who love you, just be careful. Or not, but, do what you want, because I'm not your boss. I don't want to control you. Not evil. Not evil. Okay? I don't want to control you. I just want to tell you things I have witnessed, learned, and experienced in my journey, and maybe it can be helpful to you in yours.